More on the breaking news that Gareth Southgate will only name a provisional squad tomorrow instead of a 26-man squad. We can speak to our England correspondent now to tell us more. Let's say hello and good evening to the wonderful Faye Carruthers who joins us. Hi, Faye.
Hey, Faye.
Hello, you pair. How you doing?
We're good. We're live on YouTube. We thought we'd get you joining us live. Is that not happening? You're not coming on?
Well, I wasn't asked to put on my Zoom, and to be honest, it's 10 p.m. at night. I don't think anyone needs to see me right now.
We want to see you, Faye. Look at us. They've got to look at us. They'd rather look at you, let me tell you. Right, just give us a bit more on this. So, Gareth Southgate's naming a provisional squad. So, how many more players is he including?
Well, experience kind of tells me it's likely to be between 30 and 32, I would say. So it gives him a little bit more wiggle room. It kind of makes sense. It's a shame because, it takes all the narrative out of what we were going to be discussing tomorrow when he announces it at 1 p.m. But it does make sense when you think about the Champions League and the Europa League and the teams involved in that, and the fact there are a number of players with injury doubts hanging over them at the moment. He's now decided he's going to save naming the final squad until the 1st of June, which is a week tomorrow.
Faye, the injuries, the high-profile ones, Henderson clearly is one of those. He's been a mainstay of Gareth in his squad. Harry Maguire, though, I believe he's in contention for Wednesday. I think that may well be the case.
He's in the squad, yeah.
Calvin Phillips picked up a nasty injury at the weekend as well. Are there any others other than those three that we're looking at?
Well, Nick Pope's expected to have knee surgery as well, and that's a big one. Although, of course, we did see Sam Johnston included in the last squad when Jordan Pickford was unavailable because of injury, so he could potentially take his place. But clearly, Gareth Southgate used Nick Pope as his number one throughout those matches in March, and so you would expect him to want Pope, who also, of course, went to Russia in 2018, to be Pickford's backup. So he'll be seeing how that surgery goes. Phillips is a key one as well, obviously depending on Jordan Henderson, because Jordan Henderson hasn't had any game time coming back from that groin injury. And although, as you said, he was an unused sub against Crystal Palace for Liverpool at the weekend, but he's a crucial part of the squad, whether or not he would be fit enough to start in the group stages or not. In terms of being part of the leadership team and everything else that Jordan Henderson brings, he'd be crucial. So potentially to have Phillips and Henderson out injured would be a big problem.
Faye, let me ask you a really stupid question, but for the life of me, I can't work out the answer. Okay, so we don't have to hand in our final squad till June the 1st.
Yeah, and that's when we're going to do it.
What on earth is the point of naming anything other than the squad before the 1st of June?
Well, depending on many countries are in different positions, aren't they? We just happen to have three. Us.
It's like having a birthday.
As in, why did they decide beforehand?
Yeah. Why are they doing it now? I can't see the benefit.
When they made this announcement, they didn't know that Chelsea and Manchester City would be in the Champions League final and Manchester United would be in the Europa League final. No. That's one.
No, what I'm saying is, if you don't need to name a squad till June the 1st, why are we naming one before it?
Because they're all due to meet up for training from then. So it takes all the speculation, all the attention, everything else, all the drama that surrounds every single England squad away. It also gives them time for assessment as well, because obviously things changed with them being able to announce 26 players and not 23. So I see your question, and I'm with you on that, but logistically, I think they wanted to get themselves organised, clearly, and then players who aren't included can go on holiday.
In fact, you might not know the answers to this question. I'm going to ask it anyway and throw you under the bus. Because Chelsea and Man City play one another on the 29th, which is just 2 days before the squad, is there any special dispensation for English players or any nation players that are playing in that game or not?
What do you mean?
In terms of
what kind of dispensation?
If they pick up an injury or something, if there is a chance that there's an injury,
pick up a little niggle, and they need maybe another few days.
It's only 2 days before the squad is announced. I just wonder whether UEFA have allowed nations that have players involved in that final a little bit longer or not.
It's a really good point. I'd have to get my rule book out and have a look at that, to be honest. But I mean, there's always provision for that. That's the whole point of having standbys. So
Yeah, just wonder if someone, Sterling picks up a little bit of a hammy. How bad is it? We don't know for a couple of days. It might be one of those situations.
Okay. Faye, listen, always a pleasure. I understand we're going to hear the provisional squad announcement live on talkSPORT tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock.
Yes, 1 o'clock on H&J. And then Gareth Southgate will hear his press conference from 2 o'clock live with Hawksby and Jacobs as well. And then I'll do a sit down with Gareth Southgate, which you'll hear on Drive.
Okay. Can you give him a message for me? If he doesn't start Phil Foden in every single game, I'm going to change my allegiance.
Well, even if Phil Foden hurts himself in the first match and can't play for the rest
even
of the
if Phil Foden's on crutches, he's still better than what we've got. All right?
Oh, come on, Andy.
Get him in that starting 11. Faye, always a pleasure. I look forward to listening to you on H&J tomorrow afternoon.
Cheers, Faye.
There you go, the wonderful Faye Carruthers, talkSPORT's England correspondent. Just quickly, because we're not going to do England tonight, right? But just quickly, do you see the benefit of naming a squad now? Is it not like a bit like, Joe, I'm having a birthday party in a couple of weeks' time. At the moment, you're on the provisional list. I'll let you know a couple of days before the party whether or not you come in.
What about some of the players that want to know whether they want to go on holiday or not?
Well, they still won't. When will they know?
Well, if they're in the squad, they're in the squad. They're part of the plans. So there might be a couple of players.
But it's not like you and I book an holiday, is it? It's not like you save
up
up money, you get your cancellation fee.
They might want to get away, mate. They've had a hard season, these lads. Am I involved or not, Gareth? They say, yeah.
Well, I'll let you know on the 1st of June, Jason.
No, we want to go away. I want to go away.
Well, where do you want to go?
Portugal.
Well, you're only a couple of hours away, aren't you?
It's the only place we can go right now, Portugal. Every single footballer that's not going to be involved heads over to Portugal.
Right. Well, you're only a couple of hours away, aren't you?
The Premier League.
Wait till the 2nd of June. When do you think they're going?
Next week.
Right, well, you can go sort of next week. Just wait till the 1st of June. I just don't see the point of it.
Yeah, well, they're all doing it. They're all naming the squad. They want to get the squad out there, don't they?
No, but name the squad then.
There must be. There must be a concern because you have got, including Manchester United, 7 or 8 players that are involved.
What are you looking down at there?
I can't let you know, mate.
You haven't got the squads, the Chelsea and Man City squads in front of you. Who gave you that?
Yeah.
Who gave you that? What are you getting more info than me for?
Yeah.
It's
from the 1986 World Cup. It's
Jeff Hurst going.
Kevin Keegan. Who's he playing for?
Is this Billy's work again? Apparently Peter Shilton might be a goal. And Joe Corrigan's back up.
He's got a future, that Shilton.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.